Hey
Hi.
guys, ciao Fra, here we are.
We are back here live in the stream on YouTube. It's deadline day. Many things are happening. One of the busiest deadline days I remember so far. So let's go straight into the news. What's the last one that you got today?
Look, we have to say that Harvey Elliott is leaving Liverpool and is going to Aston Villa, loan with obligation to buy guaranteed. So it's an obligation that is going to be triggered 100% for sure. But the player still has to undergo his medical, so we wait for the formal steps. But Harvey Elliott is going to Aston Villa, so everything agreed between the two clubs, with player side as well, waiting for the paperwork and for the medical. So Harvey Elliott to Villa is here we go. Then we said about Emi Martinez deal collapsed. Let's see what's going to happen with now Galatasaray or maybe other clubs keen on the player. And also the big exclusive news of the night, because it was 4 a.m. when I mentioned Tottenham and Randall Colomwani. Then this morning I told you agreement with the player, negotiations between clubs. Well, agreement done. Agreement done. Manuel Akanji could go to Inter from Manchester City. There is a negotiation underway. Inter, Manchester City for Manuel Akanji on an initial loan deal. So conversations underway for Manuel Akanji. For Colomwani, it's a loan with no buy option included. So it's a straight loan for Colomwani to Tottenham. Tottenham will pay the salary of the player and get the player on loan, no buy option, no buy obligation. Colomwani on his way to medical, and so everything done. Colomwani to Tottenham is here we go.
I will also touch base on Manchester United because the last live we are here, I was like 11:30, something like that, and there was a big news, no? They have a new goalkeeper. I'm talking about Lamens, of course, and he's here we go. So everything is agreed.
Yes, he's agreed. The player is now in Manchester to undergo his medical and to sign his contract at Man United. I can tell you that the deal is already approved between the two clubs. So after the verbal agreement, they started exchanging all the documents and signing for Senne Lammens. It's 21 million euros plus add-ons to reach almost 25. And so Lammens is new Manchester United goalkeeper. Everything is agreed. And now we will see the consequences, obviously, also on the other deals. I just wanted to add something also on outgoings for Arsenal, for example, because Reece Nelson is going to Brentford. Is a done deal on loan, so that deal is okay and is agreed. The player is on his way to the medical. Chelsea, Raheem Sterling can go to Fulham. There is a conversation ongoing. Ben Chilwell an option for Strasbourg on permanent transfer. So several conversations for outgoings for all these clubs, and we'll add more soon.
Talking about what can happen as well, probably Guehi is one of the biggest one that we can wait in the next hours. What do you think?
Yes, for Marguerite, the agreement I think will happen. I think this deal will happen. That's my feeling now, because there is big confidence at Liverpool, big confidence. They agreed the sale of Harvey Elliott, £35 million, which is going to be exactly the same fee of the deal for Marc Guehi. The player is ready in London to undergo his medical for Liverpool. Liverpool set up a medical for the player in London, so he doesn't have to travel to Merseyside. So everything is almost ready. Just waiting for a message, a green light from Crystal Palace. Palace sign Igor, former Fiorentina defender from Brighton, on loan deal, no buy option.
Talking about other deals going around Europe as well, Nico Jackson is also another situation that we need to monitor in the next hours. We heard everything the last 24 hours, 48 hours with Nico Jackson and Bayern Munich, the situation with Chelsea. So what's the status right now? What are the latest on this topic?
Look, I never called this deal off. I just say that Bayern, and this is the reality, sent a letter to Nico Jackson last night to say, okay, you are a Chelsea player, you have to return to London, but the deal was never off. I never posted or said or posted anything on this story too big saying that the deal is off, because the deal was not off. The deal was on hold, which is different. On hold means let's see what happens. Doesn't mean off. For me, off means doesn't happen. And the deal for Nico Jackson can still happen. They're renegotiating the terms. So I think Chelsea want some difference, obviously, because the situation changed. Bayern and Chelsea are discussing about that. Let's see if they can reach an agreement on these differences. But for sure, the deal for Nico Jackson to Bayern is still alive. Also because at the moment, Bayern, with the other options, obviously is a different kind of player. But for example, Ademola Lookman is a player that they approach it, but Atalanta want a permanent deal. So let's see what's going to happen there, because for a permanent deal, in this moment, I don't think Bayern can spend 45 or 50 million euros for this one. So let's follow the situation. I think it's still Nico Jackson, the favorite for Bayern, but we have to follow it step by step.
Okay, Fabri. So
I don't know if
I don't know
you're
if you want to add
reading the
some.
chat. I don't know if you're
Yes,
reading
yes,
the chat,
I am.
but I don't know if we have some Wolfsburg fans. I don't know.
I don't know, but I didn't
Let
see
me
it. I
know
didn't
if you
see
see
it.
some comment, because maybe we have a news
I'm
for
reading the
them.
chat. Okay, let's wait.
Let's see. Let's
I
see.
don't see.
Let's
I'm
find
reading on.
some of
I'm
them.
reading on Donnarumma. I'm reading about Donnarumma is waiting right for the last details to be sorted out. He's actually right now already in
No, it's done.
Italy.
It's done. It's done. Donnarumma.
Yes,
It's
and
done. It's done.
also
He's
we
undergoing
have
his medical right now. He started his
okay,
medical at 2
okay.
in Italy. He's in Tuscany with the Italian
Is
national team, with the camp
national
of
team, yes.
Gennaro Gattuso. Yeah, and he will fly to Manchester after the international break, but the deal is 100% done.
This is something that is happening a lot today, actually. Players that are in the national team, so actually they're doing the medicals in another location, not where they are based with the teams, you know. So that's something
Yeah,
that's
this is
happening quite a lot today.
another beautiful thing of having this long market, another smart thing of
Okay.
this fantastic system. Yeah.
Okay, there is a Wolf fan actually, eh? I don't know if he's actually
It's about
he's saying the truth.
Wolfsburg, not Wolverhampton. It's
Yeah,
Wolfsburg. So,
Wolfsburg, yes.
okay, let's drop it. Let's drop it. So, Wolfsburg are signing a player from RB Salzburg called Adam Dagim, talent from RB Leipzig. Sorry, RB Salzburg. Deal agreed right now. So, Wolfsburg fans, you can say, here we go. let's see. Let's see also, guys, what's going to happen with Tyreke George. Update for Tyreke George and Chelsea, because Chelsea outgoings are important. So for Tyreke George, deal off with Roma. As of now, the deal is not happening. It's considered off. And on Tyreke George, English clubs interested. I think we have to keep an eye on Fulham in the next hours, because Fulham want 2 wingers. They're negotiating with Milan for Chukwueze, but still no agreement as of now. With Shakhtar for Kevin, agreement with the club and not with the player, because there is Sporting in the mix. They're negotiating with several players in this moment. For the winger position, don't forget also Raheem Sterling. And then let's see also Tyreke George, because could be an option for Fulham.
Another aspect of today, another news can be also Emiliano Martinez's future, right? Because after what happened with Man United, the deal collapsed. So right now he's on the verge, not on the verge, but he's in talks with Galatasaray, right? Because there are many Galatasaray fans in the chat that want to know about him.
He is in. It's a possibility. They are discussing. Let's see if they will make an official bid. At the moment, it's a possibility for Galatasaray, but I can tell you that Galatasaray have one more day. Galatasaray have one more day of market. In reality, they have 10 more days, because the market in Turkey closes on day 10. But to submit the Champions League list, you need to register the players by the end of September 2 in Turkey. So tomorrow they can still do the deal and register Dibu Martinez or any other goalkeeper they decide to sign. So there is this possibility. I think they are all quite cautious, those close to Martinez, because they were hoping to go to Manchester United, is the reality. The deal was quite close. Why it didn't happen? Because Sancho was part of the negotiation, but the deal for Man United was a swap in terms of not same deal, but 2 permanent transfers. Emi Martinez to Man United, permanent transfer. Sancho to Aston Villa, permanent transfer. Sancho is not going on a permanent deal, because there was no time to agree on contract terms, no intention to agree immediately on those terms, and so they did a loan for Sancho. But they don't want to do a loan from Villa for Emi Martinez. For Villa, it's permanent or nothing. And so this is why the deal collapsed. Man United signed Lammens, and then we will see now what happens with Dibu. I think we said everything for now, but we will be ready very soon.
We have 12,000 online, so many people watching, 12,000 right now. So we will be back very soon, because I have the feeling that many things will happen today in the next 4 hours. You know, how many hours we have here? 5 hours, more or less.
Yeah, Liverpool fans, stay connected. Last night, I said City fans, stay connected for Donnarumma and Ederson, wake up early. I tell Liverpool fans, don't go relax a bit. No siesta, no time to relax, because Mark Gahey topic is quite hot.
No time to relax. Okay, Fabri, thank you, and talk to you later in the next hours. Ciao.